Hi, nobodies. So, I've been in my think tank. And before I went into my think tank, I was listening to a song and I thought of a phrase and I was like, well, what was it? The the night brings the lonely with its whispers. At night, my thoughts turn pretty dark. The doom and gloom is always more apparent to me. Now, then there's the point where my meds kick in, and like when I start to get sleepy, I start to get all, oh, and like less dark thoughts. But when I get to other points, it's like these little whispers of this bad thing and that bad thing. Um, Folks, there's a lot of like introverts. This is nothing new. This life is nothing new for introverts. Or check on your extrovert friends. They are not okay. Your introvert friends are not okay either. We might look like we're doing okay, but there's shit going on. You know, personally, I am worried about my sanity. I am worried about the big empty swooping in. And for those of you who don't watch me, which is pretty much everybody, but I'll explain it anyway. The big empty is a time where I feel nothing. Nothing tastes good. Things I love are just things. Um, I lose focus on what's important. I isolate myself. I just pull into myself, and it's really, really hard to reach me when I get like that. And that is always, 2 or 3 events away, if that. It's always just kind of around going, I'm coming back. You can't get rid of me. I'm coming back. And then I'm going to swoop in and just, you're just going to exist for a while. You're not going to live. You're going to exist. And in a 15-hour day, I have maybe 4 hours of the day where I am actively doing something. Now, as I rarely go out, that is talking to my guy on the phone, texting, doing the dishes, the occasional dance party. It's just me, myself, and I. That's the only room I got here is for me, myself, and I. And like if I'm actively like right now I'm making a video, that's included in the 4.5 hours of the day. The rest of the time I am just existing. I even include feeding myself in part of the 4.5 hours. That's because that's part of the time when my brain is actually saying, okay, we are actually doing something. Now there are times when I do eat and I'm in that stasis state, so that does happen. It just depends. But like if I actually have to cook something, it's gonna do that. Where's my leg itching? Oh, it's bugging me. um some people make fun of, they say like, everybody's basically in jail. Like everybody's saying, I'm in jail and I'm in prison and I didn't do it. You know, the thing is that analogy is kind of right, but it's kind of wrong. Because, like, when you go to prison, okay, first off, when you're committing a crime or you're in a sketchy area behaving sketchily, I can't think of anybody who was ever like arrested and they were just surprised about it. You know, like hey, like normally they were doing, they were drinking, they were doing drugs, they were doing something, and they're not really surprised that they got arrested. Then they get bailed out, they run around for a while, prepare for trial or prepare for their moment in court, and then if they plead not guilty, then there's like a whole trial, and they got time, they got like quite a bit of time to prepare for that. Hey, it's very possible I'm gonna go to prison, so they've got time to prepare for that. What time we've been given is not preparation enough. But then again, maybe they're just going by steps and valleys to put us on lockdown so the robots can take over. Maybe like iRobot's happening, and we just didn't know that everybody was robotic. The Electoral College is robotic. They're just robots. They're saving us from ourselves, What I really hate is when I hear a dumb person, because it's always a dumb thing to say, it can't get any worse. I want to smack the shit out of people when they say that, because I'm like, why are you tempting fate? Do not say it can't get any worse, because the universe will say, hold my fucking beer, and it'll show you. I'm standing there when anybody says that it can't get any worse. I've got at least 10 ways already thought in my head of how it could be, how it will be, like in some situations. In this situation, there's like so many ways in my head that shit can go wrong, and so many ways that it can go right. And then there's that cynic in me that says, well, your good ideas ain't gonna happen because people are stupid. What is gonna happen, most likely, is that they're gonna do something. The government's gonna make some decision. And then your average dumb fuck, which there's a ton of them. You never know how many dumb fucks there are until something bad happens, and then you're like, holy shit, there's a fuck ton of fucktards. So, they're gonna do something, and then these fucktards with a combined IQ of 100 are going to do dumb shit. Dumb fucking shit. They are gonna make a total cake of themselves. They are going to embarrass America. Worst case scenario, it could end up like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome type of bullshit in America. The rest of the world's all civilized. But we got a shit ton of fucktards. So, shit. Our leader is Dictator Twat Waffle. So, what are we gonna do? And if you want to know what a shit ton of fucktards looks like, look at any Trump rally. They're out there, and there's a ton of them. Those are the people you're meeting on the street who, no matter what the fuck happens, they're like, he's the best president ever. He's a great man. He's a fine human being. He's smart. Is the motherfucker slick? Oh yeah. Is the motherfucker good at figuring out how to use everybody to his benefit? Hell yeah. You don't have to be smart to do that. I have met a lot of idiots that can do that shit. You don't have to be smart. So, I mean, of course, I guess in a tribe of baboons, one of them's going to be the smartest. We elected him president. So anyway, my mind is seeing that dictator Twat Waffle is going to do something or say something and get the fucktards all riled up. They're just going to go just nutty. Some of those fucktards are going to have arsenals. Some of those fucktards will have no respect for your boundaries, your stuff. Some of those fucktards, hell, a lot of those fucktards will disregard respecting you. So, when you say it can't get any worse, I'm telling you, not only can it, I almost guarantee it will. At least in America. I mean, we might have to have... Oh, that's a scary thought. That's a funny thought. The British might have to save us from ourselves. And it might be like the smart people at a church going, "Yay, the British are coming! The British are coming!" Like a reverse Paul Revere thing. Instead of the British are coming being a thing of like, "Hey, let's get ready to battle them." It'll be like, "Yes, they're coming to save us from the fucktards led by dictator Twat Waffle." So, that's my thoughts tonight. I hope that you're having a good day. I had a good day. The parts of it that I lived were spectacular. The parts that I existed, I couldn't tell you. I guess I just existed. But every moment is an opportunity to turn things around. You're still breathing. You can educate yourself on something. You can make a friend. Even something as simple as texting like a phone neighbor, like going one digit away from yours and just like, there's lots of ways to like connect with the world or people or knowledge, like every moment's an opportunity to improve yourself. Not just to be happy, but to be better. It doesn't have to be about like, you can turn this around where you're happy. You can turn this around where it doesn't happen again. You can turn this around to where you'll be prepared for things. There's lots of ways to turn shit around. So do something. Learn something, grow somehow, in whatever way you can. And with that, I am going to wish you a good night. Bye.